The number one hot presenter in the nation. 93.9. Your hot radio station. While the others keep on talking, keep on rocking. Hot 93.9. There's something and really cool. Back to the village on 93.9. The number one sports program in the nation.
Don't touch that dial.
Hot.
Lock it in.
93.9.
You've never heard radio like this.
Put the power. The number one station in the capital. Hot 93. Hot 93.9.
I mean, you remember all that. You remember that one. Before the election, all kinds of sweet talk. Ghana yaya mobododo. Yet is Ikasu Ekoye. I mean, you remember all that. You remember that one. Enti muma me kwa na me ba. Messi sanyo masene be ya juma beba.
There's no vice president who's responsible for the running of the economy. When you go to parliament and you read the budget is presented by the finance minister on the authority of the president. So when people say, I'm not going to go this way, I'm the president, although you are head of the economic management team. And I chose to be present at the economic management team. You proffer views and it ends. You shepherd the president onto some areas. If the president says no, and therefore it is cruel and vile propaganda for everybody to say that let's place all the economic rules of Akufo-Addo on who? The vice president.
Then Papa Nedibre. Tamuka say, 4 more for Nana, 4 more for Nana, 1 more for Nana, Kurana Musui. When you lose 2 more for Nana, when you lose 3 more for Nana, a bedroom 4 more for Nana,
when you teach economics, you have to ask your students that question. Why is it that we ask that the debt levels be maintained at prudent levels? The reason is because
Hot 93.9.
if you do not manage your debt properly, it will affect your exchange rate, it will affect your interest rates, it will affect your inflation, it will affect your growth. Isn't that the case? You are managing the economy in a way to look at its impact on these variables: exchange rate, interest rate, inflation, and growth rates. That is the issue. When the NDC was in government, well, way before they took us to HIPIC. Remember the HIPIC period? They had mismanaged the debt level such that we had very high inflation, very high exchange rate depreciation, very high interest rates, and low growth. That was the legacy they left us. By the time we were going towards 2016, the debt levels had increased to an extent where the inflation was going up, interest rates going up, exchange rate depreciation going up,
Hot
and growth also coming
93.9.
down. And they had to run to the IMF for a bailout. Wasn't that the case? That was NDC economic management. Our debt levels have gone up, but what has happened to inflation? It has
Hot
come down.
93.9.
What has happened to exchange rates? It is depreciation has come down. What has happened to interest rates? It has come down. What has happened to growth? It is going up. That is a difference in economic management. It's a difference in economic management. There's one that is incompetent and there's one that is competent.
Hot 93.9.
Assassinate airport and in my eye Mojana Nanum Shegu Edigu on my eye Adrumene was a song say a day Piatwa so Mientra so good to crying
Hot 93.9.
Come on my ass say what I to say Don't so nice
Hot 93.9 FM, so never me well, na nada March was when they tosso a dream enough in Pinonia June 9. Memo had I make house says media to the inside who be media so na real Sugusu Utino, the Jumedia bro. Last year the bro free Juada Kusifiada. Don't go by. Jim Kusisa no me and Sambe boy Jebrena for Yedo my Ghana to a passo. Na and some pondia Sefata said the bread who come on. Ya Jebrena for Yedi who come on. Don't call about Pansimano. A dummy no pepe. You need a Joe Swanson. Biom Sunia. It's nice to say Ghana hot dog. Why? Tempenswa Ghana Edri Sa Kono Awa with Ghana at 67 Nipa da Sani and Koko pension Fien Sunye Sabrin kana taso ni Jonku nyina yemre na poso tu na crank into Nsu tanka wo Nsu toka krebia na nka wo ampu chichi na nka atie sini so Mpempenso ma yegyina mu akono se bibia kamumpa enkachi still yebetimi ayama na broso nemo ma yemenu mienu bia be na famu de o chefa tie jama ba ku fo se yemi nhwa ne yenyina amena mu ne yebeko kokrafo no be se bebudichi yes eno ntie dru sabria ye jebre na afi ye di nkomo Ghana kankro Ghana ye di Ghana puntu Ghana yesem ya dumu be fra duma ko adumu eno na wie wo mu mamu aha sabri kan ho edru se ye di nkita odie se na yu hu free ma ha adweno da me kachiro se dru se ye di nkita odie se na wan fo adwenchira ma na ojan ko se ba ko fo ana se ni pako bi a hwe be wi akire na se bi mpredu asankwase afo akohye mra emu oden emra pese emra ano ya edi atosu se di so sabre no be bon sa no sa ni nyi enenti yesin kunu aka na afi yento ato adwene dodo amamu ne yesi ebebu nti ba bia dodo na adwene be ka akono na esi ne ho apepepe ne yesi no eno ena kokkrafo ne friend democracy yes democracy ne yesi ebe ewie mamo he na bonka time se na poso nke de bebro na enso anope yebra panyini the don cappuccino kwabra partner se de bonka time se de nyina bro ba bia sefata nkita odi bia akono wade bro ewie ya yesi nkono adie ye ne pense mu na nsami bia sisi a sefata se aginchire mu enra mrashe bidafio na nya agro Parliament House so rafa no markings akwa kase na jino poku mami wabre 70 years now you're planning the future of this country next say we a flag bearer we running meet and kase me producer we the oye babunu kakra say o anya hwe kwa mini ho a wotimi aba be dia de na we the ajaba pe eje be wa me akwa dia de afi de say koya ye de nana berwa na aba so ma be dia de na say yi na ne etu ahyeda hey after no markings pa so de na no minority for na ntwe ama no kra o man twe ama no.
They say that we should allow them to govern Ghana again. Mr. Speaker, is it the same old NDC? Is it the same old John Mahama? Mr. Speaker, perish the thought. Should he even get the opportunity? He has only 4 years constitutionally. Mr. Speaker, there will be no sense of agency in him because he has nothing to lose. Even if you look at his choice of running mates, he could not get somebody that wants to say that, look, they are planning for the future. The person is over 70 years. You have no succession plan. Mr. Speaker, from day one, the government will be in crisis. Mr. Speaker, from day one, their government will be in crisis. Mr. Speaker, they want to pick the very old person who could not perform at the education ministry, who could not... As I submitted earlier, if you even look at how they paraded their leadership, clearly they have not put in place a visionary leadership for the country's long-term future. Mr. Speaker, the flag bearer constitutionally has just a term. Should that happen? The flag bearer has gone for a running mate. Mr. Speaker, under normal circumstances, they should
should have given us a running mate who would give a future to Ghana. Like we have given a flag bearer who represents the future of Ghana. You have brought a flag bearer who, a running mate who retired from the UCC
Hot 93.9
came to Ministry of Education, performed abysmally the E-blocks. She could not complete them. She did only 29. Today you say the running mate should be the future of this country. Mr. Speaker, when, Mr. Speaker, they could not even introduce the landing beach project.
Okay, we and Ramashim if you're Nana from Ura, Afenyo Markins, majority leader, and I say NDC for no pa they are Ghana for fire for Ghana Shunusa. Now more Makwaku Yako Krarani meet. Most up a crasser or non chese mo presidential candidate where akokra most ababe oni wono bi besa babe hwenma most akwaku yako ai abroa na se o akokra ne abroa contest ne sa abroa sukra yesi UCC ana we retire mo kofa na bae obey education minister so a wantumi amono ho we nyina ya Fenyo Markins no wie na minority say hey who Afenyo Markins sana ate wona so ye de we human rights lawyer hwan wona say yi ba se na okeka bi dia mo
Hot 93.9
na wo bi a wo na wo ba be kana berwa na 70 years na hwan na 70 years ago ene omu ye ya na minority for no so man good na platforms so enom say hey e man na wo no ene ya ewiase ye pe kwan akwanya so nko amama no e na Afenyo Markins MP dia wo keka ni ene no a hanabo eye jifa gomashi wan fu we Afenyo Markins ho a che no kra yes
that I'm personally speaking about. My sisters and I, supported by our brothers, are here with us because if you come to our current standing orders, 1, 2, 3, if you read 6, it says the speech of a member shall be relevant to the subject under discussion. This morning, all we have sought to do as a parliament is to have the closer remarks by the leaders
Hot 93.9
on the state of the nation's address.
Hot
Our leader spoke
93.9
at Folsom, and when we got to Honorable Afenyo Markins' turn, I think that what he has done this morning has been despicable, and I speak against it because I am a daughter of a teacher who retired and sold in Medina Market. The examples that I found that has brought me to be a member of parliament includes, if you count 10 people, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, a former Minister of State for Education, the first female Vice Chancellor in this country, a school where Honorable Afenyo Markins attended. And for him to change the narrative, the discussion on the floor, to attack this woman the way in which he did is totally unacceptable.
Yate, and we will tell us, well, Bofuno, we need this time where I can't see Susan BIS. Oh, totally unacceptable. That's right. Now, we get to know MP, Mami Zifajim Gomashi, Onra, yes. So, cap first female professor, why vice chancellor. Uses the school now, no Afenyo Markins score, and then they will be changing the narrative. El Krumha. There are some kind of unacceptable. Why? Yate, Tinwa. The course of my state of the nation address in the amount for to Kwambia. So now, Shano said the former president John Dramani Mahama so the approbo ne from you no approbo as so a Greater Accra region. Aye, and so as so and neka ho dey too. Ntinese tema industrial area hono obekwa akohia adwumefo no artisan fo no obehia omo yes. And see ho. But the course of anyway, is it a BB no krobi enabia? Also, a baby better truth no krobi or and no pa. I say, Yadia, yes, I know what Dennis on a draw and no timisa. In Kitodi course, ma yene the former national organizer NDC of our watching than any friend. Na yene Ninkomakra. Over my head.
Yeah.
No problem to say.
Yamia domain ya pa.
Edo body ase. Kakra ya hwehwe ne ahwehwe ache ya na sinchen.
Hot 93.9.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby Edu no bi ni na asem. Ya be yem belimfo anu nti ya na esi ekofi kore etri chata na ya ba.
Eno so hu hia.
Hot 93.9.
Na enwa minim se bia beta pill bi na enwa afenyoma kins pese o inject ewo the minority side there. Na no NDC koyi flag running mate afenyoma kins pese wo kire se ma menim fie kwa ni mu dodo when retired educationists na NDC as a party the future of this country next a flag bearer or retirement or akokra na okwa running mate wasa kwa yabrewa wanyini chair no diaba na se Ghana ye de abane ma NDC a Ghana has no future diaba no
Hot 93.9
Amencia Moni Obega for studio and I'm initiative for it.
Hot 93.9
Amenka say after your market. In some na okay no passing me. That's a na na meboa. Ni nyina ne say edu baby a ya na yempe info na akọ manim no yebu manim ti akakra. But masa me de minim pa nka ba manyo semwa ana kania na etiwe bo ze yesi obi yo hene ha na nka wabo yire rekọ na nimu pa o na sei na yesi samranje di omudi ne but kan no e be ga se we na yo hene no na che se oyobi a opobra a wakọ na nimu yi pero nei yani onu wo kan obi via school university a onye ejuma bia mo bra bia da so abese politics dia wono anu odi benya eno ne yamani na yetimo abedu sabre evise onye bewuro mu pe odi na di pe nyina se dachi me ko me free sa edibie mu na me kokotra enchen a adododi e wo mi nyina na se me to aso nti me to aso dia esa me bombo di ana me pe ibuo na matimi ade atraso ayeni ya yes ha
Hot 93.9
ebi na
Hot 93.9
ova baby a ona se wa homa no twitwi kakra wa daroma
en
hello but I won't check off home no mami why Ora Watinjan former national organizer and this American Kunikita odi we course we hey Biom so say na ko Facebook live wa Hot 93.9 FM okwa message no baby a ko comment section ho afa comment into share page no say dey be afoforo so benya bi ahwe na afa wenya bi ati na afa wonso atimi akire wadwene adwenkyere na konya beba na yakenkan etumi di ama why ahoma no twitwi ne do so yehwe se ibetoma na afa eno fa ato aso ewa ha Biom so ni ma say awie monfa paper no ewe enkwara on
Hot 93.9
ai asa enkwara yebeye ho no so ho adwuma pa manso mu di sika twitwiri die bia ba betoto anim se ebinum allowances ne ho ahwan ne masa na no ya nam toto ne ma say zo sika ni wo aban me for ne no mo pantum ada bia sika ni wo enso be wi achi no na die ebinum re ewon chen no apia enafom network na ehwe se signal na betoma ne no fire wi ofa kafa na achi wa homa ne yenheda nto nka papa
I'm said na me kan say hono ahmadi amami susubiem ne na me bisa ne say afanyo
Hot 93.9
o kasa no ohwe ono angasa ne mampanyi emra no ba beye o mampanya na obeba me ato abama no na wadi visa na sa wohwe ebia na statistics for enhwe saade we ya be me very sure so o ma Remember, you're telling and calling him to say, Ma, winning, sir. If you put them quite near maybe I are TNT. And Mano, it's me, you call my because me now, who me papa. Only you are 125 years. The papa now share. Only a bear 105,000 a walk a baby. Because a mimi fee crown, I say, depending in check and sana. Or more a free mo. But, and watching him, papa of us, more. Be the 35, 40, now or more a few. And my only man will feel number one. You mean, be brave at Moses here. And it is will be your banner within fear. And your song back and I'm you. Now, some reading is a baby running meat. Now, we dinner and I say, baby, more. That's a bit on your war party. Now, the president in the fear to walk back. Yeah, baby, I will depart. And now, what the say? The president in Agya when you are in one magana bray and Bianco Union or the to say, Yan in Nipai Amagana at San HZ. Then this is for the Gago for but I just am paying for a memoir. Would your mamuni show much of Mutin, which I saw Wakana. That is idea. Your president manatias and say, no Penibia, Nebia, Sabi, Nana Kufado, nailing group for Baby. It was a Mammy, Uti now shining near Ma. Sabi, Papa Braconin. Then this is who being a sent Quamra Meta. As Excellency John Domini Mohammed Chibian, man for Tracy, to 2 year May. Say, what can I say? Ebia, Yam and balancing Yama. Ama, and she said, near May Yama, other regions, no, so Ankase. Ebia, almost who won't fast all my party, Nidia. And can I move in them? And then but me, Munia. As someone we are Abano. Now tell me, and is a more catcher, my lady, and tell you, and so Shianoa, and say, Opanacho, and answer, baby, I would not cast them now. One case I know on Pacho, okay, and your fate. Says, you be Croanoa, or no, mammy, or no, mammy, in your pimpoa. And mammy, baby, and a tiffy. You put a good parliament, do now, let's go back to your okay. Tinisa, Ujina, or no Kikasan. Right. Oh, Muno. Ye here a man your someone. It to baby, I see a shena yet to 2 year May. I find your market so a lawyer. Macassa same way, I walk as a figure so a messia cabin, and so I see a tree at being just adianos. Many are running mate now, you know. Who say a yen a prerogative of presidential candidate now to obey in an unquan. Only a few people. Yeah, constitution nature say NEC and the Council of Elders. Yeah. Council of Elders in NEC no. I constitute. NEC say 0.1% of NIPA it will be a presidential candidate. That is a presidential candidate in we are on no kwa contrast like so. Mesu NIPA sume si na me fee say obumbichi doma eyi. Na me dia koma se nipa kakra wi na omo na je se nipa dodo na eto abayi no omo no de omo ni anu wo nipa bebo ni chidom no eho asem kakra but ye kotu general elections elections here about 7 December o ko file nomination wo electoral commissioner emrani kire se wo ba no fa running mate ye den ka ho Hot 93. So running meeting come on. Why are disqualified? Won't you move filing money in the year? And the then I say you process the because before Ubenya Kwenya I do electoral commission work of filing. And someone can say one you cool. It means you say won't pass mercy. You say won't be a presidential candidate. Says I tell you, I don't know many people now so you know. And says, "Oh, Baba, be file nomination. Am I yet to Tiswaba AU as presidential candidate for Obedi Chirika? 3.9. Senia general elections in the year. It would Obedi Chirika. na just ama nipa dodo ni nyina no enya kwan anso akase ampa nipa sumesi ba no omeyeti ase nipa we na bebo ni chidom eti ya to aba ma nti ebe wie no na just ye you as presidential candidate ye nim say we running date ni Tisania ye betu general election ni wie no aye be hu say we win as president ni nim say vice president ni ma dwimu se ye trase na ye sesa ne mamu ni ye na sa ebebo efi say edu ma bi a na se nipa no koyira ni meet na bo se na nipa no binumu we die na nka na nya no ye hwehwe ka ne ye hwehwe wi we si na nka na mum se nipa no de ne ba na dodo no ato aba ni ye yi nipa na ne rani meet na uni wasim ya ka bi ni me fi se ye na sa ebebo
na senka
apenyo market
to all parties nya sa
to all parties ono ne party ni so kwa ka ho bi because one yeah na so yeah American star some brothers America no munyansa o munyansa nsinyira depend ni yes your constitution no yenye ama ya national constitution ya ye na ne emfa so emfa nye ye ne ma me boana
yes
because obi aya obey presidential candidate wuni 18 years and above untimu na ye finally 30 years and above untimu na ye fine and which obi aya sabi uye sound aya wadwimu basabasa bi ani ho eno na fi ebi a wasia twetia wo tax ni obi bia eti ne wo national constitution ni mu no eno na yenso ye hweso aye de ye vise ye to abani yiwa
yeah
ye mbese ye do bedu electoral commission no ye be hwehwe mu na bibi e be disqualify enti ne wo ho na eno be do hwe ne aye mfae eni se nipa na be presidential candidate no a won fa ne running meeting kan ho na mo bi eto abama ni wie no no ankotra se no waka so okay moto abana ma mi se me na me presidential candidate nti no me so no makwa fa nipa smesi the nipa smesi na me ko fa na no in consultation with a few of nipa na eto abana because it say NDC yeah expanding an electoral college na nipa na eto abana do so yie yes anybody nyina nya kwanya anka se bia nipa we ya na nipa we eti eba na sa ne di nkan ono presidential candidate no na sumba jono lobby bia ni ho
okay
ana we meka se na wan fa we ya nti na me say ye di nipa no aba we si o ye presidential candidate me be presidential candidate they say ya yeti ye di ya we do for say yes so step down I know withdraw ya na ko be o se me ba no me die ni kojobo suzizi be su ni obedi machini
yeah
His Excellency John Dwene Mahama ma mi no be van we yi me so me ni na eko ye to muti so ba wi a obi ani asem ya ka bi
okay
His Excellency oni wi na eko ti sania ye tu nipa no abani wi a president no kwa ni mfoni ni na wo ballot paper no so but ye to abani wi a only vice presidential candidate no ni ato abamo
yeah
but vice presidential candidate remember be ye vice president
of mami die ebisi ase chacha NNDC atono 2 munimpa nanso mumpanifo bi mo da kamono atum se begu emu ntina akone sa
ebi ni nya bike oh we na mo kani nyina na so ya ne se nya make ya fast speculations we ya man for ye ni na enya de be ye djuma
okay
enya djuma efi se nipa na nkasa na oba no wa yes we ana we enti de benti na nipa kasa ebia ne ya nipa binom ekolobi ya ye enti na mti o se ya nye ye bia ne ye mfa ne ma bi ngum sa but binia last 2020 elections no enya His Excellency John Dwene Mahama eni ma mi ye de no koy ya NDC boy yangazi e win election no na sisi no musisi ye
yes
ani ye de ko court na ne ma nyi na ye tie baby NDC ye si ya win ampampa dia ani na de na semu se ye be repeat sa enipa no mienu na fe the enti ama yi omuwie mu no
yeah
yɛhwɛ sisi ano kwan sɛ yɛpro ne yɛbɛtum a yɛntumi yie no component yɛ mebuturo n'ani ama mɛfa nneɛma enti so bi ka sɛ mpanyinwa ebia na ebinom na ɔmadwen yɛ ɔmo sa bɛ me baabi a madwen yɛ me ayia ne nneɛma kyerɛ mu sisi yɛ na ɛno nso de obi afra me a mɛkyerɛ mu saa sɛ next time bia no yɛmmɔ mmɔden asɛ saa de ne yɛde bɛyɛ adwuma yɛyɛ ne saa ɛbɛboa fi sɛ wonam a yɛ a wobɔ ntoani nyinaa no wobɛsi akyerɛ mu deɛ nti a wafa saa nnipa no as your running mate because ɛbɛka wo campaign message mu ɛfiri sɛ yɛbɔ ntoa general elections a wo running mate no so yɛ na woka ho bi a ɔno nso bɔ ntoa ɛboa na
yes
good enti sɛ wo nso wonkɔpere as presidential candidate na wokɔ a na sɛ woafa obi as running mate ono so be come round akọ ntoa ni bi na ono so wa kyerɛ na hoboa ɛne sɛ fata sɛ ɔbɔ nipa de chidom na ma agro no mu ayɛ de enti obi wɔ kora na ebia na wɔ ntoa ba ma obi but ne running mate no kora ɔbɛhwɛ no so aka sɛ nipa wɔ yɛ ɔbɔ wɔ chidom yi de ɛne ɛm sɛ yɛto aba ma ɔmo na ɔmo mienu ɛde ɔmo ti sɛ hɔ ɔbɛtumi ayɛ nneɛma papa bi ama yɛ nti ɛno ne ade a me ma dwimu na ese ye na so ye ba info no bi wo wa ya o mo na ye o ma dwen se me ma ko yi nti no begu egu a ene na e o ma asem because see yi ne tie bia no se kwan bia e be fa so e be win elections we win we say one Ghana fo hia yin Ghana fo wa hu hia mu a nia e no NDC me betimi akonkode atimi age Ghana fo afiri mu ye to so bi ya ye party no kra no ya de a ehia say ye ntime win say elections we ya ye di akitafo no bebre rambo enti na stress bibia wo ho a ye nka nhye na ye momode anyi tumi ni ye gi wi a bibia wo bia na ye betrafi na ya kama ye
that's it of avedas na somewhere next week ikono electoral commission timetable number na ye tutum kakra bia and the next week but quickly deputy finance minister we ase bele no ya ne professor Moss de na akwa ye pe o
Ghana assembly do be bia na ahoti say ewu eba obi fi a na fi emu ensem keka no aye adoso obi na kana se mo zi wuachi abuduna keka ensem wi no ana ne kano edin kakra but ye dwuma ya yeye enye ye dwuma nko mu nkra mu de nyina aka ho mo dwuma nyina aka dwuma biya mu no 3.9 eni nyamisuro ne mpaebo nyame ahobambo na de biya no ese yesre ema ye nwovize sabe enya amanyofo nko a na enya de biya etimusi na branti di nsemo a ye pipi mu no na me ha me kakra bize utie nsemo a enkrofo kan na utie nsemo a ne yire abeka na utie nsemo a krofo eka se ne yire nka na ntum no yukrafo eni se obi na no kwase ni akoye se sutro mienu abi amana ni aha ukuna wu weisi eni bi na ka we de say we should they say amoke kasa ansem na ama ayenhwehwe wo na aba na mesre abrantie no ni na busuafo na yire ne manti senka bibi kra wo ho a yamomode na yenyi bambo dwumaefo no esutire na hwehwemu bi wo wa wo mu hwehwem dan se sabi ye dia to ya no wo radio mu ni social media na ye ka ho nsem no awe ho na ahomete nso ebi se so yonko da na woda wom se eba yi ahye obi a bere busuafo na ahye o mo kese enti ebesre na nka bibi sa wo mu na so binim se nam sakwan we so na nipa bi fa kwamboni bi so ye bibi etesa no ya mo bambo dwuma efo no enyo ma sutri ya fa fax no ne eyi nyina mo nanka omo ti wa na mo ne ye se ne be ya sa di ni bi si bi so bi so eni ni ti be fe se wo kan hu bi na bibi eti sei esi ya ngofo ka
yeah
One can say, Sabi on Triple. Nasa Sisua, Sabi, Unya Yassia Japadina. Nadam come be no show, cra now could not a gentleman no one yet to move papa. Paso Benu. One lawyer who near I didn't visit Yamia Bo say, whatever mountain. That's a bow Sabbath. And from my wife, then fuck up money so concord. You visit a year, that ain't your fate.
That's it.
A foot to America, Indian Nina, say, young for 2 hours for now, young intimate area as a man.
That's it. Of I really better say why you shall say, Bia, a benya, the next conversation that's serious. Of I am watching Jan, and a former national organizer, NDC, I'm watching Jan, and I really train Comoy, Drubium Jumedia, so Facebook Live, still local, Medina, who bet me a shame enough with the comments and to share page, you know. Now, Mr. Mofa Enquirer, yes, Enquirer the Bocata. And that day by yes Tuesday 12 March 2024 na awie mi wo the convener the aggrieved public sector workers ha no that bobochi ne yefre no na ma say GMPC staff draw daggers we no say say ya twe yinse kan pa yes langa ni bi no yes amount for dra na ma say aggrieved public sector workers and so publication no and number bia about niema bia ekoso GMPC now yesi aban to admenfo akatue mu a aban sisika ni ho na so sika yesi bi ribi pa no betima ha
Hot 93.
Hello so
apom to say
me adom na mu mpa ebo
e do bad ya say me ba ma say aggrieved public sector workers dra ade sisika sembi now the aggrieved public sector workers say we had more GMPC.
Oh, me da say. Naija Wusu TUC boss.
Yes.
Dr. Yaba.
Hot 93.
Oye Juma Oklusak.
TUC boss.
Aye.
Oh, say never say trade union for ni na.
Me da say some aggrieved public sector workers.
Yes.
Me na me da no. Me na me kofa bai.
Yes.
Enti be a niema etosini ewo public sector a ye nyina ye wo under your friend is saying Fair Wages and Salaries Commission and
Public
Services Commission.
Yes.
Asa, you are with us.
One amuni say public sector.
Ye nenya.
Yes.
Ayo penyi arini.
Arene.
Is it arene or arene? Media wine.
Arene.
No necessary or ye. Your friend is saying main boss one kasa or that GMPC.
No, between as a moke canoe, as so mind boggling. I say, we be a bonitim na be because and some of
bonitim for letter na memo no. Some of the memo na my producer. I'm from to one
what is the issue about?
The issue is that
GMPC no aband me kweja fango hu nsensem omu na se omu so say anasisa Ghana National Petroleum Corporation
no muduma die pa ne se enka ombe he fango nsem so ne refinery and then as for we krom ha and yes and as West African gas pipeline yes enka no so ewo directly under them na manage
GMPC
but as it is today
yes
fango kra ye tu okrom ha na he konane no ama no
okay
Hot 93.9.
what you say and West African gas pipeline okra no droben number bi omunyim yi gas do okra fam
ade
yes because omujuma di ankasa akofam
GMPC
yes omujuma di ankasa akofam men na daw say no they are unable to even break even.
DNSCC
yes omujuma di akofem afan won nsem ato ape make it we nyina no managing director no say ono de ne de onhwe
the MD of GMPC
say
why na
say Enguo country broke, country no broke, company broke, company no broke. Ono na katria de. Say ye tum. Every mame mo sikadada no 1 billion to 6 billion.
Hot 93.9.
Excluding allowances.
Mentiasi.
Hot 93.9.
1 billion 1 billion remember the same amount. From a little over 100,000 Ghana cedis to almost 600,000 Ghana cedis.
Monthly salary.
Yes, monthly salary.
93.9.
Now the GMP is almost sikase no munya. Monchaki aketua ya there be monchaki profit awmode mai na ya koma MD 600,000 Ghana cedis.
No crazy wa. Wasen ya tro memo e di akose sa aketua we ho nsensem nyina no. First no kakra na no oje no. E wa allowances so no osa.
Police memo no nto so ma me ade say
700 Ghana per diem. O say oya brebre tu na namon eko meeting bia wa manone a
e wa brochira.
Oh 700 Ghana. No 700 like
dollars
in the currency. Say UK pounds. Say US dollars.
The fan say
Canada so Canadian dollar. Yes.
$700. 700 pounds.
But that is per diem.
Per diem.
Yes.
And then
Anna Yensai Mano. Your friend is saying night allowance. You find rent or night allowance.
Night allowance.
1,000. The rate is $1,000.
$1,000.
And you baby or be had no hubiano. 1,000.
Wow. You find say adiasa or pay baby ada $1,000.
And you saw ya bre echo. Na oko could di 3 months ya.
93.9.
Kikaboom. No man way. On my way, you be okay, 3 months. I'm not paying information, so no. Chrome ha where the I attended.
What in a
Chrome ha?
No, that's why GMPC boss.
GMPC boss. Yana nehe, no. Or tia because of the wa, and I dear no bad also. And I say, Otena Honswa, Mebo, Yaki Cabo Mama,
what to coin or UK. That's it, we did Accra. That's at 1,700 pounds.
That's
and me allowance. I would me
no Panama water.
Sana Bosu
99 war.
Sana Bosu said to Yannick.
600.
93.9.
Jefferson so could 30 days at 1,700 pounds times 30 days.
Flat.
Hot 93.9.
Flat.
GMPC.
Oh sorry, Namo Bob Blaster coach, Blaster management, Blaster wine. Well, who dear the semi bar coach GMPC are
93.9.
What would you order?
Now GMPC na ya adwuma de.
Hot 93.9.
But we wow ka say nkwase question be careful.
We park castle.
No, so me busa say GMPC na ya adwuma.
But that is it.
Now when
the core mandate no metro no say there are 2 major core mandate. Enka ono na ese odane fango is fango ho nsensem nyina
refer ye verify those things yes
ba ye fango no ayetu okrum hane ye na no wa
93.9
ndi aduma ba na oye because edan ya normally yesi say e dey asore dan
yes
one fan ya asore a mostly odi ye bibia bioma
utim di bi night club crab man ye
oh
nenya bi ne dia bi ne refinery aye je $1,700 now $1,700 night club na
ana adwuma fo na kire se dia ha mo kura ne se nka osori o ti ama no ne ana nka effect baako mienu miensa eba kire se kana company ni di no kura ne yetua ana eso ti a o se baby a ekosisi a no wan hwa ye be le adwuma fo ni bi
but GMPC
the company may also fold off just like about 300 companies fold okay osa wa he
oso moko
why
meba
GMPC revive we sugar factory
MD GMPC or Ghana no ti ana so why the beef
na wo se o Ghana memo na odi aba ne na asefo no maka tro se me ne wo ka se kura no wa ba kurom ha bɛyɛ sɛ me information kyerɛ sɛ wabɛduru kurom ha ɛni 3 days but document so sign kyerɛ sɛ ɛndi 7 days ɔbɛsɛ yɛ firi akɔ.
Hot 93.9.
Na wona ɛyɛ Wusu ya hyehyɛ sika de ama sɛ
tu kwa na pedem
tu kwa na sika de beba ngawo be
so yan ka Saskatchewan na metna wo
me ade ya hyehyɛ de ato hɔ
online MD
na panyin no minim sɛ yɛn ka na asɛm wɔ kurom ha is it because ɔyɛ ɔmampanyin ɔfaase kura no me wodwe ho amenti ase
mampanyin ɔfaase
na sɛ ɔyɛ mampanyin ɔfaase
no is it sɛ obi
anya mampanyin ɔfaase
me bo is it sɛ obi ade dan kwa na ɔyɛ Akufo-Addo
kɔhwehwɛ mema ka kyerɛ sɛ the records a me wɔ no mampanyin ɔfaase no
be back to you
no ɔfaase nimpɔn nyɛ sɛntɛn
dan kwa for dɔso ɔtimi ade dan kwa
me say ne ɔfaase nimpɔn ɛno no
Hot 93.9.
no faso nimpɔn no
mampanyin
niema sa papa no yɛ ne deɛ me document a me wɔ me ka kyerɛ sɛ me yie pia me wo hu a na ɔtwe ne sa wona
memo ne kura no nya
na no kwan se kura na me de ama
memo do
wo bi sa me se me nya me source of information me fa me to abonte maka kyerɛ sɛ me nya anas me ye the convener for agri public ye de ne say ye bebu Ghana afas wo ye de ne say ye betwe enka ye de ne say enka adwumayefo no ye hye omo achi ama omo agye de esese omo nsaka efri aban ho ba ye de so ne say ye begu adwumakuo no because say adwumakuo no free ho a say bi ye ma ene ye da ache ma o mbeba no omo nya adwuma bi anye ye tikro ma na ye ka adwuma hu asem yeti kroma na yeka companies won asem companies na agu amana ka miensa a GMP sika ho enti eno nso yankotena asem enu nso ngu ana nipa ba akunti na wonim se GMP ye approve sa salary no e de ma papa no a it means say board no nso enso be call for approval
board no be call for
board no nso be ka so mo nso epe similar thing say you scratch your back make I scratch my back and say you scratch papa na back approve am na dia and ye nso ye de aba board no nso your friends papa no nso nya ye de am
okay
and that is what is going to happen
Public Services Commission fair wages na mo so mo nya dey
yes say proposal na mo de aba na mo ntwam mo munti o muntu krata na o muntu ngukra entsra oye ne ebesi
say
because
MD na dwuma dɔso ebi a wonya MD da what na GMP so I MD da
MD no na dwuma dɔso nso ya dwuma yefo ɛwɔ ho MD no no nkwa na ɛso company no se na dwuma dɔso no no nkwa betumi aya yenya dwuma yefo de aka ni nyina edi no nkwa nya dwuma no. No, what are we talking about? We are MD you think about the workers first. You think about the workers first, the welfare of the workers. When was the last time I had to GMPC? We are even thinking of laying some of them off due to non-productive nature of the company.
But me senye memoir ekura we a asem we na me hu se bia the way be besia hana but we from the chief executive
and that direct
deputy chief executive finance and administration 31st August me ba date in the fancy na say we know said the board of directors at this meeting held so and so date and they per diem rate for foreign till per diem rate for foreign and local travel.
Yeah.
Per diem rate for foreign and local travel. So chairman of the board rate in the current and the 500 cost 850 new approved. There's a area and yebema hotel for corporate travel no and now see a friend night day night allowance and they are not done okay no chairman chief no
yeah say coefficient yeah figure na dey amount
yes if new approved no and be capped ya cap say wa cap and they unim say na ye kapoy
kapon say di na who get from 700 to 1000 I don't say
yes $1,000 and £1,000
that
and
is
$1,000 Canadian dollar and €1,000
euros
and kindly implement the board's decision.
Na say na board na wi
Dankwa, that is I heard Dankwa.
Hot 93.9.
No, then I was no, but men create impression said Dankwa be a man penny
me matro say my source of information and the investigation I have done on mampanyi entino owo opanyin pa kura only position e wo krom ha but ye nyina ye nim say onu na control government and na oka government ho as apanyin no bonachi do enti onu no office say sabi asem bie ni ho a ebetimi asori etia
matro to
asem bie ya tro officially the akoma Fair Wages and Salaries Commission and the copy so ama your Public Services Commission aka tro mo say immediately they should make sure say that decision, that position, that kind of your friend is saying a way to collapse the company does not see the light.
Who say a way to collapse GMPC?
This say GMPC no aduma be no ye mfaso say no munya enti say sika ne say bitua MDA ye benya bi e de atua your friends a board of directors
3.9
ye benya bi so e de atua workers na say ye tua GMPC no be de atua neka
Hot 93.9 Hot 93
GMPC no be de atua neka. We work on profit.
No, sir.
Say private company
no we sika betimi atuase this allowance. Wo how ne say?
Ada na company ntimi ntuaneka. Company no we sika on fantuaneka.
3.9
Company no we sika on fantuaneka na allowances no odi betua. No tua allowances so on fantua ma adwumayefo no MD e na obetua de ama no. What be that?
Hot 93.
See ya na yeah. Other companies are making over about 300 million because you say company no boka na so nya de. There hwa ne say there bottom be den ebeye. You don't do that. Ebeye kakra no ye bekwa akobobos ya no ye betua workers at the GMPC. So and the Agya Wusu baby agru ne dia.
Ma wo say mokrata na so mo de asha say also pe 2 brand new Land Cruisers. And also memo no so. Hey Kroma adwuma ni dia de pa
of ya man 2 brand new Land Cruisers na onfa nkɔhwɛ na busia na minim se adwuma no ebia na owie obeje bi wo ho no wakoye na retirement dia enti ase because we adwuma mu no
but me ba enye se bia public aggrieved public sector workers ahon ye bi na yemo and ebia because adwuma obi qualify or the qualification na koye edu say yes ye tuition allowance ni ade number so it increase fair wages and a Public Services Commission more pay into SS can why will it be our now we have taken more than that
buy na ketuan sensem wo ho no etesen de dada
no per calculation
dada no na oje no na oje
no per calculation more than 100% increment and then make us say mind boggling
that is what we na ketuan na oje dada ni yeni wa asem excuse me yeni wa asem eka na ketua oje dada no onso obi abeka ho asem
dabi
na ansa na kura obeyese wutu aketua mu no so obeka ya parliament ne na sefo ompese omotu omoketua mu omudi kan kokoto adwumayefo no aketua mu
ansa no mabado
tu enti ese wo ye bribi but adwumayefo no ye badwem ma no omo nkasa omo pa aketua ntumu because omo ankasa ba bi omo wo no omo se adwuma no ekeka enkoyiye enti omo ye badwem ma omo dadwen
Hot 93.9.
Ano mo ka say omo pese daache no ye ba bisa say omo ma ba bisa omo say na oye adwuma o say na me ye adwuma o GMPC but company na no omo pe company a wote ase na omo yere na omo ma ba ba ye adwuma o bi Ghana fo ba ba ye adwuma o
mate 600,000 Ghana cedis
600,000 Ghana cedis excluding allowance
and no sika no best say because bring money so
6 billion
ah
alright
the member me calculate 6 billion here where we adwuma ni wi aye dana si jakwa anase 6 billion
no bosu mi bia bisa we abronye on team boss esika no 6 billion
6 billion
6 billion sika sa sika 6 billion boso me
minya figures ni
600,000 ana bono hima we on fa calculator amra o bokura na hwe sa figures we won wo de phone bo a wo say na wa twere xxx di amra
e dey be to ni pa ba ko general sen
yes
yate 93.9 that's it so pa fair wages na public services commission o na say mo
yeah twen o mo dende ama o mo 2 weeks na o mo ya mema o mo approve o mbe hu de ebesi okrom ha document ekura me no me sha se mi yia na sa panyi America yi masa nsem bebreu
mate enye otahunu biara kwa na
no ya di GMPC ni sika enne na yi kura ye renovation
dia mo say ye be nya botre why dia ba na ye ka ho asem
yes dia ba na ye ka ho asem
we unime
me nsem na dia ma baako na me mpese
wase me nka bi memo mi hu memo na da so no na me yam hye me se memo na da so
memo no na wahu a wo ye we na dia ma mi yi hu kakra akiro wahu amaka akiro se enka 3 weeks wona ewo krom
but mon check GMPC omo profits na me hade why mon check it because what that huge amount of money I bet him the MD every month dia then I don't think say na no bosi amokoboy mo say yakobo say 3 million ana ankofonsi kan say ne ko
yeah 3 million
say when can one say the
GMPC your friends IMF
3 billion
and yes and as say so yes
now IMF
sa LGBTQ and also say yes
IMF
3 billion bia
chief executive officer na nkasa odano no ono no mpacho ne pay them in allowances ne oh madagara we me da se memo na me hu mi yam shi mi na se me hwehwe na me pe ho asem ti no ya ba have response a public services commission ne fair wages
say ya hwe
yati
say ya hwe
yati
na ye toto niema na nte sadia oman no
so oman na no nte so why no bia hwe bia me
oman na ne ye bono nkakra na emoa
man na ne ye dey
ye bono oman na ne ye bono nkakra no na emoa
$1,700 and pounds per day allowance
per day no and no yeah just 2 the rest no people for time
me that say
just 2 and teacher say multiply so only 3 months yeah no odi 6 months yeah no odi 1 year 366
no but at a point me who say na say so to kwan hotel order no receipt ni ade no na mo percent ka mo ensure bet why say one na tu kwan e na ye twa sika man say wo kwa kope ba bi da mo the receipt ye dey
o call public accounts committee na o call accounting procedures
yes
e kire se sika ni ye de mawa untimi nkire se sika no like me na ye de ama me ntimi ye me pe no me de be no ye kire o se fa ko ye esimesi enti ese unya hu receipt
enti for instance ye ma sika se fa da hotel
ese unya receipt VAT receipt
yes
wo benya free company no ho dia ba se one fa ma na ese sika no one fa ngo yes
and also
that is what that is what we call misappropriation
enti mu demand sa receipt
and the would the ba sa documentation we bia ni ho no one say pay the memo, the money has been given, and that's all.
But that's it. Aggrieved public sector workers convener your friend Robert Bobuchi Medas Nam Duesia. Why? Omo de krata to so. Na mawose anopai enquire so de buy. Omo do memo no and so buy. Memo no na me we man say okay. This is somehow and okay, this is authentic ebia you betimi ade hu nkomo. Yeah, that's it. Why? But say I heard down kwaya mampanyi busu yani nti na ebia de ekoso no mampanyi wudi ni president of Laster House on about so dini MD GMPC. Why? Me da say no bed bobochi and your friend of I am penny fort na say na yedin kitawdi no enso so atumi abro Haruna Amaliba ewa ha anase awie oba be ken ho na afi kitawdi ekoso ha enyina nso so no yetumi edi abro we NDC ni mapa yes sounds so na Edward Edusei communications team member of the MPP Edusei atnase ewa ha na mompe mark mamwa PNC National Youth Organizer na monhwe ba bi o mame
Kwada nyina maami ni o kwada doctor from Nat Spiritual and Herbal Center Dr. Prophetess Rita Mensa aka Dr. 40 Days wabelandi o my Ghana mu woko US abrochimem dia wagidin wo babia onyamenam ne so ayensencheni sunsun mu ne hunamani nyina woya tatatwi rough babia yade ne hye ewo nipadua nim biara se eye stroke low sperm count gonorrhea syphilis or spinal cord watrochema cancer obese hu destiny ana wo hyebre ewo abrabomu akwada yawo na wontimi nante ne yesi oye ensuo ba farebra infertility prostate hernia diabetes wabana beman kabone ewo wanum hweye no wankwa ne amfase kan kan se yi fibroid bra Dr. 40 Days wo no mfa haban enkan na to fibroid no se kosua na ba ne hunhum so de a onyame be fa ne so ema ho ato se fom Ghana semenhia ewiase afa na nyina age watum ye wo ofanko 7 days Accra police quarters no echi wope freyen 0545 176528 and 0243 044 900. Kwada nyina maami ni o kwada doctor from Nat Spiritual and Herbal Center Dr. Prophetess Rita Mensa aka Dr. 40 Days wabelandi o my Ghana mu woko US abrochimem dia wagidin wo babia onyamenam ne so ayensencheni sunsun mu ne hunamani nyina woya tatatwi rough babia yade ne hye ewo nipadua nim biara se eye stroke low sperm count gonorrhea syphilis or spinal cord watrochema cancer obese hu destiny ana wo hyebre ewo abrabomu akwada yawo na wontimi nante ne yesi oye ensuo ba farebra infertility prostate hernia diabetes wabana beman kabone ewo wanum hweye no wankwa ne amfase kan kan se yi fibroid bra Dr. 40 Days wo no mfa haban enkan na to fibroid no se kosua na ba ne hunhum so de a onyame be fa ne so ema ho ato se fom Ghana semenhia ewiase afa na nyina age watum ye wo ofanko 7 days Accra police quarters no echi wope freyen 0545 176528 and 0243 044 900.
Apomode mapade enoane Hepa Plus mixture
Pavi Plus Mox Hepa Plus mixture etutu malaria na sekura
sweet darling
my beautiful baby
Hepa Plus mixture ye busie ya no mama hoden aba busumi pini menti ase medo
tie Hepa Plus mixture enya adwuma ebeye woni padua no mu no afie kura na ebeye nwanwa mo eduro ye ma general well being abusua pomudin hia me yie esni bibia entimi manom pafie ha
she we Hepa Plus husband
you the one Hepa Plus husband and you also we Hepa Plus wife na abo no Hepa Plus mixer magie duro di pa Pavi Plus Mox and Hepa Plus nyina apemfo abato mo manufo enu kwada woni mfie du mienu ka ho our pharmacist na Herbal Shop etufo mfre 0542 778 572 and 0549 297-463. Hepa Plus mixer. Mapobodra mapa.
MDAG edweden kraso ya.
Nipa bia nioma miense bi ma wo danso. Wa ho siesie mature dressing enka wo ho smell. Eni mfonyini awutwa wo photo. Baby mfonyini di ubedru no. Nipa dua ni ntumi nru ho. Enu nti na wo se wo ma mfonyini eni ye fe te sa no ma okodi. BK2 Studios, the professional photography and videography studio. Me say, omo install the latest ultra modern photo and video studio. Ultra digital instant picture and video, digital passport photos, air photo enlargement, any framing paper B. BK2 say, air jumedie ben, frey yɛn nye metwa live streaming yewia yasan dia catalog ama share outdoor pictures birthdays weddings any funerals BK2 studio oh wo fonni nani asay Fabra, Yama Photo Restoration, Yawa Domi Pillar 2, Yabe Rico Chemist, Freya 0537 569 234 and 0598 552 935. BK2 Studios, Manfunino and Casa.
Odo, yes. Na emubena udi ye jollof, fried rice, ene mutu eba mi birthday party asia. Chese obi odi bibiano na onsan bibim. Na behe adanse pa. En emu de edo en ni hram mejime di se abofu mu bi na wahu na odi asia mi ompese me hu akiri kwan.
Eye yankasa Ghana local rice. Ye friend no local one. MK Fuel local organic rice.
Efi sabre kwande odo. Enu ana be no ofiaze o.
Enu ana no. Local one. MK Fuel local organic rice. Wodia ebua ma wompom din CP esita. Ewo nice aroma. Na wodin so a wotse emo ne dankasa. Na ne bonso de eda fom boko.
We die Ghana this year. Muma yensisamu. Yento yankasa yamu local one. MK Fuel local organic rice. Mu amutu emoton. Ene monso amonwa eton. Afei efie bia. Obi ankoto local one. MK Fuel local organic rice.
Local one. MK Fuel local organic rice. Yaya ne Ghana haya ewo esuchare. Se wo pe bia to a. Ebi wo Odoko market. Osunso Accra Sports Stadium. Ya wo Sham filling station ekyiri hɔ a. Dansoman market. Post office main street.
Kaswafwe. Ye wo new market.
Free 024-378-2277
and 0500-23-23-64.
Local one, MK Fuel, local organic rice. Change your life to local rice. FDA, Agya Dinkatui Atu.
Hot 93.9. Hot 93.9. Hot 93.9. Hot 93.9. Hot 93.9.
Hot 93.9 FM so no me no aba pa nsima no edum otwe pepepe ewa ha gnu biom so ne yade nkitaodie no ebe free ha enso so etume ede abro na MPP awie nipa ogira won na mo ofia yade nkitaodie abro Edward Edusei communications team member be ma ba kwa ba
Mejusumia Edward no omejai
Wow.
Iso maka edina ma meka Edward no kra.
Yenhye da hu ni papa.
Yes. Ya na mpese meka edina.
Yeah.
Aha, na ekofoti. Nyame adum ti me hoye.
De do wade ase.
Nso hoye na etifo so ehoye pa.
Nyame adum yigusun kakra ebe nde. Yeah. What you can't see be o fia hansan kiton de bia koso hansan. Me me bia o take hansan e bia.
Sure. I'm saying we do na about tape our parliament.
Yeah.
Majority leader after your market.
Hot 93.9.
Instead of the Nkofo who say closing remarks on an issue on board. But okay, deputy vice president candidate and as a flag bearer NDC for akwako ine di aba ho asem. In fact, uzo ya politics ya eto da eya na ewe fie ho kakra. Enko bi aye di bia no da chi bi. Ye be yusu ati aye. Asem bi aye ke bia no da chi bi. Ye be yusu ati aye. Enti ye kai se mre bia na do dan ko akufo ado apre akunya no ana veni fie akodanim. Na MDC estatic kan nsem bi te se na do dan ko akufo ado kra ye panyi wanyini wa ba akokra. Na we adwo ma ama so gina simpie so a na nsem saa pepepe na woka na ohwe mem ha ne politics na e kai SSC no trend bi koso se de odi omampania be de akire no e kwan bia so no e tai sise obeye presidential candidate for party kra odi animu no eti ya na ye hwehwe se nka obi be di omampania be de akire na so obeye running mate anka woni nipa ne mfie no se be enko na nim bebre se de be ya mpo se bibi koto omampanyini wo kwan mu ya ebi esi oman mu pay ana se so omampanyini no free so a ya na be ye fofofo ma mayoko no se obeton nipa no a wodi omampanyini achi no se de be ya ehunu se omampanyini abedi achi Dr. Mahmoud Baumia aba be flag bearer yenka ase sa pepepe ne besi but ya na tie favor the vice candidate no se o interest se obepre akunya ne dia na yekofa maame a wadi 70 plus na yehwe se ebi bi atwam empo omampanyi di odi animu no mpo na nemfie kɔ nanim no na NDC for the 3 NPP se na na dodan kwakufu ado aye old wanyini obedi akunya no aye nyeyi eno na honorable Afenyo Kenze twe mo adwene asisu se senkomo po bi a obetumi abochi dom no aye smart aboa omampanyi na omampanyi John Dramani Mahama say ekobasa odi nkunima of which of course yegina enim say nkunim di ntimi nya ndisi dia afi no anka omuni obi anifie no se bia ofom kakra obetumi edi amanyoko nenim na nso yehu ne say Antony Ankosa until the closing remarks is in the right direction because once our value for politics ne dia ye be kan wasem until the manu di wo ya wo parliament wo wanka say maye mo ba medi candidate but in fear no work am was say mpanyimfo nti enyim nyansa biema wo ye panyima onim nyansa biema na nyesa na ye ka no ene na nado dan kwakufu ado wanyini pa but the FSC e kire ne say enam say succession plan wo say saade no ya adwuma wo ye politics ni mu eno na no o tu o madwe so we afutuo na o de mo but there is so mo fa ne say waka bibi atia omo candidate no ye afutuo because o show omo party ni mu a Tamils and SCD John Rawlings and Mampanyi abedi actually John Mahama and succeed John Evans at Tamils. So if they go by the same succession planner, not just if you be a anymore, one way ya Jena no Pukwajima and a baby D party anyway. Our this party. No, but the next 10 years, said maybe crowd said so 70, the next 10 years, no 80. The current president, so on 80s. Or the 80 new retirement. Or the other. Or the retirement. That's a new retirement plan on the 80s. And I'm a person or the 80 new retirement. Or Metzana Kunyano so 80 years. Yeah. Or Mampenia Kufuado the 80 retirement. So Mampenia Kufuado about 80 there, then we have another. And that's something I say. Yeah, as Ghanaians, you know, pay because mostly you hear any panesu with there be a branch, a brand one tiasi. Young farmer penny and near few betting a woman. Oh, that's it. Omampany John Dramani Mama Bebu Mine. No, be a new fear no corner nim could do Sanfian. And as I know, Mampany, who is any nim crab or crap. Now you can't say, new fear no the president in a day. Oh, sure, more my baby corner, the annex and all young and obey president. No. And obey mostly I see a pet will be our who experience. So, case there are. But say so Mampany abedi actually Mahmoud Baumia. So mo akokora. Ozu ehunu. John Mahama mo akokora. So ozu ehunu. Now to bring a candidate who him say that should be a succession planner farmer no dey. Sebi ya na dem adwetwi kosi so pa ne say am say papa no hu ni so be say lu so bi mu nti on fo obi a be competition ama no. Samum na wo hu. Yes, because who dey emphasize so ko fo bi dey say Kopoku. Honorable Kopoku di ni bedi na si say ono na ma meye na bedi akira. Yeah. Na yes akwa about to say the obesa read 2024 yimu. So we be mu a. Such as say sa bre no sa nipa no so waton ho. O contest wa eye. It will not be contest. So to give no room for Bias or be contest there. This is far the way Biom. Abraham don't try to be me say me home contest him. Say me ne kwa and say me ne ko. Enti me kra the mechanic say. But eno mpono say if that the all can sign you here. Why? I can't see any echo. And I will candidate. And I say wo na wo goalkeeper. Yeah. Me so no me dey. Ba be chem say goalkeeper no on ball ba. On to mention na. Na say one can say who be aton so. Afutu no dey ma. Because they now know Pokwadima is no person now be contribute to anything different. Sure wa university nyina so. And open na me no be discuss. So obi a wati ma university nyina so dey asem na make no. So university nyina so na ye dey. And it's a man so the neighbor the whole education sector, the tertiary institutions need now social safety. And no messing up. She didn't deliver to them. Okay, so messing up as education minister. And then education minister, but the Nisika never education ministry now say policies no. And I'm saying any Nisika nintino. Na a buyer to so sabre na say ensure say the department as and I say the ministry hono and you ma be ko yie no na ntumi anko yie ni nti no na aban ni na afeli o mote nchen no enti no na aban ni na afeli ya and o mote bench no yen to me for instance see a bon ka bibia je na no peko agima be di education minister or the ministry of education enya hwe kra no me find myself in that ministry as a worker intimity we me hunu bibia metumi agima ni abu nkompa ko hunu se je na no peko agima breso yes I do a ministry of education
na free free senior high so yes progressive senior high education and so say won ne penso progressive free senior high education
yeah the adibia
no some case we be record be to sha something progressive I sha say
am kola ben nya asomfa so onfo ben nya asomfa so ana wo ye majo mahama ne ma izimia yet now NDC ya dey bi obi anka ho ase ba me personally me omusu I tell them my mind yet ya no make say even Ghana card they printed 9,000 or so but the flag bearer across the Ghana card 2017 that same Ghana card they are talking about no their communications officer who gave out that information he wasn't
and yet the regime as a minister and e-blocks in Ghana education service schools so adan e-blocks na time na
and I will CBC at the very na kuro so dan baby no you see when you are doing a policy and benefit will be a yentimi nkan me kan asetena ho sa ade obeyenso ebe ya de papa bi mayo me si school dan na mercy no mercy esin wem enso my friend day school it is just aban fufuro bi but no provide boarding facilities and sana school net to me in school and you want me to give credit say mami we pay so me appoint bibi oye ministry of education Debbie, yan kan say secretary ya CCC wem dey say dey fear for the brom CCC dancing wem
fear for the brom CCC dancing
I say before we brom ton say we chiri because him said that be kro no be bie no akosi dan ba kwesi so no ato fence work kakraka no dey afa ho it dey CCC wem dey go first start ene dey me pese me kire ne say ade a ye dey mfa so dey bre ye so oman je na no poko adman anye bi ministry of education there's none you can point eti so no ba be di John Mohammed ya enfa hu bia meto MP
ehu bia de abeto say yase amanyofo mu akronfo corruption betimi enya cases e wo other candidates wa maami we na ho kroje na munya bibia fa monon that impo wo ba
be power and I win your power 2020
93.9
the same people are on your mobile contest sabre no se na akufo ado yese wo corruptor said your mo person mo kana sa nipa no a no mo di omo by the same set against him in 2020 and then to me really omo power yatena mamu anipa wa ba wo campaign kura na obi ani nachi awas na kura ni ma me nachi nipa ba ko kura sei ani ma me nachi e ka woni okude to abla kwa na no mu chini o enti ye ne hu nye obi on se da ni obi a ne ho ye wanwa omo wa da na di wo party office on hwempanifo anom tete ode na omaye eyo omo so ne zo ne na enwa omo hanka chibu
no na we ndi sim we
no support from omo chairman so be see omo general secretary so na wan pe kwa ya na fifi
no but the analysis is obi amon mako contest one winning with 1 million vote with this candidate as what they about half even to the extent say NDC of Aboatinja Kasase Utia say NDC crack title said they won the 2020 elections and the court na bia man to mu ase kwan bi so ye be fa na sa assignation to do bia ko no akọrenia do you change that particular candidate per the other court it says NDC won the elections
no na the court say 2012 years court say we need elections if we were able to prove beyond doubt say we need elections and can be president it is a court because when we need elections and when we need elections you don't tout yourself around say but we need elections when we need elections so the woman never won the elections you see elections are yakono obi oti akonya so bia no some of these things do happen so for election records from 2000 sakra de ba you could see say margins no as a wotena akonya no so che no margin no closeness no na different from say free actually ba beji to me MPP abribia obeji to me bi ojini boom 2000 ojini boom 2016 obeji ni boom but we in between time na to say 2004 to say 2020 the hu ya na margin no and said that nye kesi bi enu ti ne pese ye adwumaden because we have a record in mind say it me break here 8 no ti ye nye adwumaden na into me improving your ma be said that be able to break 8 no successfully but the make say a political cycle na your history need the order that change now Opoku Ajima contributed nothing to it the ababe suro no say no ba be vice president e ya DB The person chalk short to my money. Sabe near chalk. And the class schools ni bebre. E use marker board there. Sabe near chalk. A short to my money na. We will see so necessary.
That's it. Hot 93.9 FM Biom Sunie. Emmanuel Kokutechi technicians kindly check your headline. The spelling Biom why or someone check it. We be boating Ned Wifree and neighbor in the by Kumasi or said Dr. Baumia is the only candidate who can transform Ghana with his digitalization agenda. It is possible we be boating neighbor and Shama be a dinner benya and also connected via Facebook straight from Secondary. Okay, compliment to Jerome Kwansan, the CEO of Clean Jubilee Services Company Limited. Okay, yate yadamase samudi atum ewo edinane nempotem. Comment sapile to us if you vote for John Dramani Mahama, you vote for Dumso. Greetings to Honorable Yaya Kasim Ata our next MP for Amasaman. Okay. Matse, why? Haruna Amaliba ewaha we NDC ni mapa okasa de ma NDC amanyuko na wie ono so aba be kan ho wa ha Samebwache Edwe fra Samakaze. Also the MPP are very focused on breaking the 8 and we are very optimistic regardless of the mischief and propaganda by the NDC. Dunso is not back and we don't want to hear that particular name anymore. No. What we are experiencing is just power intermittent, okay, and changing the transformers, as the ECG boss said. Don't be deceived by the tricksters. It's let's break the 8 with Dr. Baumia to protect the free senior high school. Regards to Honorable Charles Champon, the Deputy Minister of Communications and Digitalization, and Honorable Frank Siedu Bequin, aka Protozwa, the next MP for Suhum constituency. Okay, Nedia de by OPK Goso. Patriotic voices as regards to Dr. Baumia, incumbent president 2024. Aside the global crisis, Nana Adodan Kwekufuado, Dr. Digitalization Baumia and MPP government have performed far better than the clueless and super incompetent John Dramani Mahama and NDC with free senior high school, 1D1F, Agenda 111 hospitals, drone delivery system, mobile money interoperability, STEM and TVET schools, massive road constructions, and then 187 AstroTurf, no guarantor system, Ghana card digitalization, that's digital address system, etc., etc., in which Mahama and NDC, without any global crisis, couldn't do so. Ghanaians should vote massively for Dr. Baumia. Okay, message na ne why mutraso kakra na nkaja enya kwan so akenkan foforo de Tomla the way from Mankranso and was the vision nation builder John Dramani Mahama has once again shown his special appreciation for the value, competency, importance, confidence, care, and concern for Ghanaian women by re-nominating as Nana Opukwa as his running mate. Okay, a virtuous woman with the best legacy in university administration and education in general. Let's make history together with women at the top of governance for the best impact on peace, unity, and national development. J&J for the presidency. Yes, that's Jane and John, and our John and Jane. Okay, 24-hour economy is 24-hour economy for decent jobs. They are led poison of massa, and they are ruling it out. Why? In Irababe press conference. Nerene central for akasa so bien who are poisoning kuno teacher could do if you children and tase and buy or say yesterday was a sad day for NPP family as a whole. Okay I'm one fita and was say good afternoon. John Dramani Mahama should forget about coming back to power because Ghanaians will never vote for NDC. Dr. Baumia all the way. Regards to Frank Asiedu Bequin, aka Protozwa, MP Suhum Antonio say, okay, on also Sunday, no. Unless the chairman at the MPP Public Procurement Authority, board chairman, Professor Christopher Miyagunfi, ne Bafrimo, somewhere, I think 2 months ago, any ja a tone if you more techiman, she fear no jobe, nane babako. So this coming weekend, yay, if yada memenda kwesiada, Professor Christopher Miyakunfi, ne baba na yi no bekoso ewo techiman. Bono is regional capital, when I just share the course. Why to the be asa of be sign moya pa ehye so nyamako so nti edru ha we MPP amanyoko no edabna so pe prof nyakopon show den why edru ha akwanya ne beba na Agya so akota na chi nyame adma this coming Saturday and Professor Christopher Amiakovi ne ba Agya hye no Agya to ne fie hye ne drebe wo Bunu East Regional Capital Techima no mbe na ye wo Bunu East Ahinkro how na amale kwa ba
Agya Wusu
no pom to say
already adom
do ba dia say
da wo ye no
na so wo dia che
nkurasofo ne mbeyifo ma yeti ase da na edi manyame kufo do kuru mu hene asamo ka che Ghana fo eno no
tabe
say ye kurasofo ne mbeyifo ode nti a kufo do mamru fon yakasa TNT ne ye na nya beyifo un se fidi yi abo anu sunko Agya no so anu sunko abeyifo ne nkurasofo ma na koto something to no kufo do kokwa do fi chebi na ne waye yi tam obeba ba mi hu no ohun ne nsisi so ne bote
3.9
accommodate nama mate etoni yogurt akonum e wo circle ohun fi fantokum bien car gate ahwehwe ne ba form j kalipono onum within seconds
kalipono
yes onum kalipono within seconds
na come de kufa ntu no
na come ne no accommodate nama no jimate for kalipono no ene wona ma ene guru wiem o say yini ha
udi sanko mo ibi
yini sanko nkomo na midi de Wusu pacho
akeke
yanka kasem we want to do a decent campaign but at the same time you ma Ghana for hu ni esiye enti enu mo no mo so scales omo hu omo nantia apa paise opebre mo akaw ene womo ye yama allegedly omutumi di sika ko Heathrow Airport UK em ye pound ye pound sika no ho 15 million pounds. We are working carefully but winning despite all this asema na million people ni kan but you see I will come to the substantive issues no Agya Wusu within in fact Ghana as we speak now even in academia
93.9
Prof Jenano Pokwajeman once again man congratulations now member President John Dwene about Biom for the vision he saw in this woman now or choosing in 2020 to partner him to the elections now what's a mini Biom whether NPP won in that 2020 elections or NDC lost 2020 elections, whatever be the case, we have gone past that bridge. We have put the past behind us and going forward. And until you can't say never again. Nipa 8. Ya ku for the kumomo ebedi ade biom and see in these elections. And it's MPP focus on winning elections are they should be principled enough. No one can check Ghana for say nipa 8 in 2020. Nema yako fama bushia omo mwadishe no. It was the blood of these people that brought Akufo-Addo back. Shameless people, and they will sit on platform and say that oh NDC went to court without evidence. You are illiterate and dumb when you say so, because if you look at the basis of NDC court in 2020, any 2012 election petition among the court, the rates and the reliefs you were seeking before the court were completely different altogether. And you only form an illiterate position for someone to claim that NDC went to court without evidence and so we won the elections and we couldn't prove ourselves. You don't know what we are talking about. They should learn and stop that kind of ridicule in the public space by mocking themselves before the masses. But see, Prof. James, you may think Biom. Was some amene born to na obi andine on. No problem. One kwampo ne born to a utumi boa President Mahama no mu ye seat if 106 at the position back to 137. Yes. You should remember that.
Jenano Puku.
That ticket took us from 106 back to 137. Can you come to Kumwa? Can they come majority in parliament?
But like I said, we have put that behind us. Nipa 8 years, Nipa 8. You saw Nipa 8 years, Nipa 8. And Wusu is saying here, on the platform say, Nipa 8 no mu ye no, o se mu kunkum wo. Wo mu di banku na wu ye. And you be the bomb to you. And the Wusu is saying, say, Nipa 8 no wu ye no. Ghana banyi nani na mani ya ho hwe. Say so mo wu wo mo wu. O ka se ma no. Men kan se wa no, that's what you are implying. Now some of can be very dangerous. You are a journalist, be consistent. Okay? Don't speak like a politician. No, okay, so be a kumubwe. I say I see a chini panel. Criminal offense. Obi a kumubi why? It's a bumble for a reporter wouldn't so okay. When I appoint IGPO an hour 3.9. When I appoint a director of CID and I wa. When I appoint CDS and I wo. When I appoint Chief Justice. And I said, Attorney General and deputies, when I appoint to woman, who does the prosecution? The Attorney General.
Hot 93.9.
Why have they not arrested the people and prosecuted them? Don't let us engage in those things. But see, Mama General Pukwaje Mahon,
93.9.
when she became a deputy, when she became a minister, MPP need to say not chalk in new schools. At what point in time? Yeah, time woman no more chalk. You knew no more said you modi them no. Said you woman no more. We trained them. They were doing the chalk or they were manufacturing the chalks for the schools and government was paying them. No more any living out of it. No buy mo can be mo do cock to boot. Na mo good to boot na mo pound so mo kofie. And ya be hosem. Say when mo modi them. Omo ko come as a minister, Ministry of Road and Highways. Omo dia post for kobo omo. Somewhere in their wheelchairs. We're just a meters away from becoming disabled. Do you think they were born that way? Many of them were not born the way we are seeing them. But so who are only banya the team was soon no green pahua do obey enono. When Jemana was first appointed by President Mahama, won to me. The Assembly Regional Chairman of the MPP, more poison on young we are escape Kakrano. That's what then radio so. The Dimamana Tamasu before can't somewhere. I will not, by virtue of the respect I have for Ghanaian women, repeat that statement here. The MPP scanning through all the available machinations and mechanisms available to them. Yeah, one would be Fibia from Amino. They then launch a misogynistic attack on the woman. Dina Tamwa because of all your bantra. Meanwhile, you see Ghana and Ghana, according to 2020, in fact, me kind of census in the past, embassy the last one, the year 2020. Data a babiano, a matching a member. That's a matching a member dia. I dare a man so ye do about the higher center of authority. Momusu take part in decision making. A yard the money. Na empokrano. Look, Prof. General Pukwaje Mayami Mami, and I call I will feel proud 1,000 times to have the woman in my family. Likewise, everyone. Does he have a woman like Prof in his family? And I ask again, within MPP, why not school could do mamino? Say your MPP for the moon, some mamino or party more. Make a member about it because is it about the Uncle School baby? Make us or your bar and the level of achievement in the academia. No, only few men in this country have been able to accomplish that. Besides that, mamino has served in the public life over 4 decades. 40 years and still counting. Nobody have a single sampler of evidence that can incriminate the woman, particularly when she came and occupied a political office from 2013 to 2017 as a Minister for Education. Power corrupt and absolute power corrupt absolutely. You no man can afford the political office. Prof. General Pukwaje stands quickly clean, spotless, as far as the service.
to the Ghanaian public and to the republic is concerned. Particularly when she came and occupied the
apart from NDC money pass.
Who cares? Whoever you have. Woman on match any pie for the manner. See, I say a corner came to me running meet. Can see a corner came to me leader.
Okay.
Or a flag bearer or chairman or etc. Because you are 1,001 members in the NDC.
Yeah.
Or more qualified to be chairman than chairman as you get here. You get that? You're more than 1,001 people who qualify to be general secretary. That's difficulty.
One argue African
and you have more than 1,001 who can lead the party than President Mahama. But at a given point in time, one person must lead. And to be qualified here, but then you know can say,
yeah.
Team one we all come together and rally behind that team.
Yeah.
So when it comes to achievement of Professor General Pukwajeman as education minister, see 2020-16 NDC manifesto, you chronicle the achievement. And when you go to page 10 and the subsequent pages, so I think all the way to page 15 or so, page 14, 15, we chronicled some of the achievement. But let me give you brief few of them. 1, Professor General Pukwajeman time, and successfully yet me roll out all the 10 polytechnics, technical universities.
Hot 93.9.
It was under Mamman tenure in the establishing 2 new fledged universities built from the scratch.
Hot 93.
It was under Mamman tenure. It started 123 then senior high schools, which we promised to build 200. You complete 76. In your finishing 49. Near hand it over Emma Bino. Okay? Now MPP can say, oh, yes, schools is in Europe. Yate. Prof. Jenano Pukwajiman NDC and Nini Sadu Hununti. Yes, schools in Europe. Modia Mosin Laboni or ever. Can he tell us? Modia Mosin or cantonments or ever. Can he tell us? Modia Mosin, let's say East Legon or ever. Can you tell us? And do you see how rough and illogical they are when they are arguing? So we see what Bible school, Makola ha, Obeya plot. Obeya secondary school, Makola ha, Obeya plot. Definitely you have to the school outside the city and let the community develop and come and meet the school. Yes, because you need a large piece of plot to do that. Yeah, so, you never know more yet. You have destroyed everything. It was under number 10 years for comprehensive sexuality education. And let's say second, lower or the say education. Second, just to train boys to be sexually attracted to boys and girls to girls. And school any achievement. School it was the government who sponsored that policy far back in 2019 in Chiwamo. Are you aware? That was to speak. We don't need or the same curricula or textbooks. Emma, both the lower and the second circle institution. We don't have it. But the government is able to spend millions of Ghana cedis to print textbooks for students. Isn't this shameful? Agreement who about the team? Yeah. What is Lord Ghana?
That's it.
After the West African Examination Council Board,
that's it. Haruna Amaliba and a friend of NDC Cinema Pa, yes, in defense of the running mate, Professor Jenana Opoku. Sebia, it is a one say why here. Also, my listening kakra. But time yake the former president at the Greater Accra Regional Tour. She says so. This time no, I said building Ghana Tour. Now fiare. Na mo obi a mo kachere sen confirm ye o mo Ghana adwane ko Burkina. San confirm na mo candidate anasa mo yi mo MPC area wu no.
Confirm.
Then you confirm na say John Kuma e ko lock in minimum o ye.
Confirm lock John Kuma minimum.
Ana
obi ne kana asem obi ne man account.
Oh, okay.
Of nuani bi obi
because one was nkofo busa pass MPP for mu man am say confirm nyina etuko Burkina na MP akore a confirm tamale ama wafinim na say no question confirm the call
politics they are very interested. But then I think say this gives us the opportunity to speak to the topic of John Kuma and the matters arising.
But all the Greater Accra regional
yes, Omanpenny, you would flag bearer. Most definitely, you do a tour. You have to speak to the people of Ghana. Now, in some way, we wanted the opposite way, Omuji Tumwa and Omujina Swatu Abama. Medin Kaka, na meka de bia say, when it's about the former President John Dramani Mahama, mi hunu the entire. Obimpube wasting the time so because could see the former president Dramani Mahama because omo NDC for na no me fufu ka kogu to go no my dede because only message fufu bia you would see say the message amo ye ho campaign nante ye ko Kumasi ko nante babe nante wo Accra ko furu bipo ko abri 24-hour economy. This has been the conversation of the NDC for over 3 months now. 24-hour economy. Surprisingly, Omangasa mounted platform. The explanation is very weak. They don't even understand what
very
they're
weak.
doing.
Say what the policy ban or na betchre de on kan.
Say who the policy ne ban. Say who to abamba me continent kura metegana ni mu. And that policy binds me. It is a me ma oti as say ade na opese odi bedi me so na weak, very empty. It doesn't hold water. And until to me who say even top officials within their party they mount platforms and then they are just beating about the beach on this same 24-hour economy thing. And no answer no na mo catch Ghana for no. And some on na mo keken and then am sa area where 24-hour no ya. It mean no the messages now dey koni nyina no to me and said that me wawa and said that me hu en kofa hwe I am pia be brave and I am no to park and so. But then ni nyina mo no say Ghana for the be decide because Omanpanyin abedi actually Dr. Mahmoud Wawumia after say to abayi no has made his visions clear to the people of Ghana. The vision are sinking in the minds of the people of Ghana and they are just ready to maintain MPP. Say better why you nyuma pa ye so. Of course, or might be a we are CBN praying is going through some hardships of which the vice president admitted, of which every one of us admit. But the non say yenjaya kunya fama nkofu bi o mabetena se. Say they are nkofu ka me dey am person me use say word ni bi nkofu na ya na ka so super incompetent. But me person me use say word ni bi. Said your mo betena akonya so di o men ya bro. Ekoduru ya na nado dan kwakufu ado ne ba o mi ada Roma. Omo dey abegina pay eti say no. 2007 Agya Wusu. Na ye wo man mu ha say ya ye baba to about 2008 no. At the end this year they say no mu nimpa so Omanpanyin John Ajekunkufo Ayenioma ebema Ghana for ato abama MPP bi. Nti nim de omo ye they staged on Enioma nkitinkiti bia ebeyi Ghana for adwuna free Enioma papa Omanpanyin abedi achi Omanpanyin dada na ye no said the be yanko meto abama na dado dan kwakufu ado then sabe no mkofa akufo gallon ban because we had issues with water shortages enti kofo gallon ya confirm ane be ye nkomo bebre ane wo Ghana na ye di ho nkomo in fact sabe no fu obo ko nanim kakra omu gina so kasa ya hwe Ghana fo na pasa abre no because they understand say ubu man no awoye den ya woye ne my party say den some of these hardships it will come. See the MPP, any NDC, esi hono Ghana for not say MPP buma any year. Empo our ability to manage and nyoma if a be hiti a government no. Am I a credit baby? Am I out actually once ya boy abaso for na do dan kwakufu ado free COVID time is this am see ya born abaso any free say you nimpa say NDC aban na wa akonya so a I can't say the way I can watch the say the way it is a you hunu sa nipa we no to say your former president na so okwa so okobo apro akeka nsem a kire nkofo a ni omada de ya na okakokeka wan asem na afi watutu blames abobo nkofo na afi ho no okọ
obebu Ghana anaso obebu man na just say o tinkro for na say na o tetemam for na say de o mo hwehwe so betimi aya momu just wako mu na so atie o mo no maka kire obaye mampanye watimi
na
that is a to
o so okọ no tie obi wa church ne ni o mana gu ni o ne for sheet ketwa no de o ya no aye ni say no anu wa church no gu so no nam no okọ I've been observing say they may follow because I need to know what he's doing. Oh, we say I know public forum be am microphones am make dey high. Okwa no afọ na ade na to the for sheet ni so. Omo anye say amamo me ba me ni say these are the things is going about saying knowing very well say about want to me. It me makasa no na sem ne dey. I am not interested. me interested that because all my council fufuro bia I feel no be built we see ni the Ghana there
building Ghana tour
yeah and I know the big push one agenda from 2020 and I build the better Ghana we want from 2016 ni nyina nkosiaga papa no ni bibi fufuro bia de Ghana bia he's the same person and unfortunately the people as you say omo so ni be adwuma no are the same people he used previously on the government anymore omo mismanaging your money nyina because so now you have the likes of Fusuku Achemo around him omo cast and papa bia nchire no omo ankasa kra policy no omo boss dey ban omo ntiase them two I confirm as a okofa by leads me to Ora and then my boss Prekope John Kuma in fact are hosem and abetu yen so man say you be sure finance minister deputy outside the people of Ejuso ne small constituency we have population e Ejuso me papa free Ejuso onwe so Ejuso is one place I call home na menua say bibi say ba ho eya na kasa ne doso eya na dede yo ne doso na yeye dede bebrebe saa ni nyina ko wi abusua no de ne dihia wo no onu ne puti the importance the person who nya free ni nua na wawu ni mu no onu ne betumi am yehu no say na me free mu a de mo beka wa abontin bia no e make me nim bia kopem say me papa kopem say me yere kopem say me ma ana me maame e be ba beka bi say ni na de me de hia ni ko ye ka poison na food poison na hwan ni nyina no e ye nsem a ye ka te evidence no we here obi antumi fa ma but ye nyina ye nam ne ka ya poison it's not an easy thing like that inti se na busu na ba so ye de hie no na ne ho mfa no nimu na atoa so ama bibi se yesia me a meti abonti me interest ne sen eye den na koye mani gie bebre adan ya allow family no mo pure omode hie no kra bre ana you would realize who say ye as a party no we are only wishing abusuafo no yakọ ye ni interest bebre see be interfere even what they are planning o share MPP poster na you would see say ye ni abusua ni collaborate say de be ya ye be chechu onre
na mo poison mo ho sa de na mo
obi am poison obi a asema ye ka wa he a wo bisa me say poison bisa o evidence e chere say ye dey poison obi no wa here you are not going to get it and na ni busuani one ne dam paso sorry o enye say busuani o te baabi na ono so te baabi o se baabi de mo kan ni nyina anya no kre say our hospital report to be Madam Lillian near the Bemano. Your family may dear do say I'm here because I'm MPP Nina, am a boss in every. Say our report to be a young general secretary because or MPP Nina and the general secretary. Your report to be a man a year. It's in the news no we any afro general secretary I'm breaking and I catch the year say no anye. It's in the year now I'm common sin so say abusuan for the mo kan entisa. Ezem bia homete na ye be sekunani ana kunani abetena radio so no ababa be kasa because ohu ni said ye koso no egu na busua ho fia it's very unfortunate nti enya nkomo azese ye di na ye kasa chinchina ye forso so obi a poison obi no obi atumi approve say asumesi na poison asumesi mi gina ho no poison no if investigations goes into this wa woka poison asemi you have any evidence yenti o mind mu sa nti ye hwe kasa ye na hwe kasa ye because abusua bi na omu nipa ho aka ye betumi ayesesi ane say ye be hwe omo yakọ obi anu oba kire bo obi mpo poison obi a say nipa na wa poison obi
no so be ko yeah that say why amaleba.
Yes, Agya Wusu.
Yenwie na yenfa course kakra.
Well, me mamima President John Dramani Mahama habide obia. Ne tour na was started wo Greater Accra region. And only 3 days if my memory serves me right. Only Ghana Traditional Council Ishai ma Oshom Bose like he said before. Oba quickly or best set up commission of inquiry into the looting of the gas state lands in Greater Accra. And I'm not going to know Nkramantemwa. Omonsa sia nkrofobi atwasi so mu wiano. Ene de abanje ya so o mani di munti. Abanje ye na o mani ehia mfanye bibia sisia no. Besa dan sansasini na dia man na mo tena kunwa na dia oso mo de ye no omo de beye you say e asempa ya gamanche ene ne mpenimfo nyina no atina sopam na wo ye Greater Accra mantemu ha this year now opesa mantemu tumpon a the party obetima rely on is the NDC in any case yehu sasi amanfo awia guguro shin sasi ba o make aso kusi toilet wo ho akosi say omo tu onion for omo to fence wall afa ho omo de amahwan ma hu video a na gama champagne fo ni bi eye press conference now omo protest vehemently about the looting of that land. I think in the future justice will be served to the people of Greater Accra. And NDC government will not disappoint. We will make sure it happens. My brother, your friend, sir. What you say? Oh, come about MPP record. That you've proven every way to be competent. NDC is super incompetent. Yate. Our super incompetence solved them so. And left you enough generation which you have accused us time without number. See, building excess capacity. And then, irrespective of the gymnastics, Samobeka, Dumso is back. Now, Kumasi front hit to hard, big time. Go to Kumasi and see. A man for Nishu, a man for Ninkania. Asante Mayura, Abe complaining, say, Dumso, the electrical appliances in our SA. Google him. Here we are. A truffaut. Can you mention a single regional hospital you built in your tenure of 8 years? La hospital is your more achievement will be over $500 million. And would see the expensive pit in the center of Accra, useless hole in the name of National Cathedral. More achievement in the Biom. More achievement will be, and say, for the first time in the history of Ghana, Ghana intimin tuyayeka. Eredi amanfo person boy bosia biom. Anti Ghana have been blacklisted in the international capital market. Intimin ko bosia biom. More achievement in the Biom. More achievement in the Biom enye ni kutasa statement we awa where a honorable case Dr. Ato Forson, his submission in parliament, and parliament is a house of record. You speak under oath, therefore you can't lie when you are on that hallowed house or hallowed chamber. Tier paragraph 20.a. We cannot support these new taxes because the poverty level in the country is just too high. Any additional tax will erode the disposable income of families and worsen their standard of living. The United Nations Development Program, UNDP, says 25% of the people, of the population in Ghana, have been pushed into extreme poverty. 25% of Ghanaians have been pushed down to extreme poverty. That is your achievement. My achievement ni be say, and Ghana, your debt to GDP are exceeding over 100%. This is your economic management. Are you surprised? That more economy waste hit. Last time you know him, and then what Ghana for economy? I question the utilization. Bema on him. Oh, come on, we dare try see yam. My achievement ni be no. My achievement ni be say come on, Baumia. Onye credible. Come on, you cheap reko. Now so no my home coin. And now me oye Christoni anajo. Ade channel oye kamoni. Wey. Now I'm gonna be money. But see what you truck and say and let me straighten it. Say you abandon your policies. No, we do not. We have never abandoned any of them. The 24-hour economy and a well thought through policy. We don't care. They won't be found because Ghana for no right away. We will need to explain further. No problem, because the policies have an impact on the people, and therefore the people need to know what they are voting for. Especially given the fact that before we had their trouble as I pointed out earlier. So NDC manifesto 2020 election manifesto now. So we call page 150. They care about 24-hour economy in here. Listen to it briefly. To accommodate this anticipated demand for Ghanaian goods and services.
93.9.
When you say Ghanaian goods and services are in high demand, particularly within the West African sub-market, given the fact that your African Continental Free Trade Head Office, Ghana, so the next NDC government will create three-shift economy, especially in manufacturing, and other high-end services that operate 24 hours non-stop. The additional 2 shifts will be a source of additional employment. Companies that currently operate 24 hours will only 2 shifts of 12 hours each in violation of the labor law, which simplifies a maximum of 8 hours, will be required to run 3 shifts and thus create a third stream of jobs. We took notice that their companies are running 3 shifts. And that 24 hours. That 24 hours, 12 hours each. That 12 hours each, is against the labor law. Okay? And therefore, we are going to streamline it so that they can run 3 shift system, 888, and create additional space and absorb people to work. Hot
93.9.
Baby, here, Babedri, or my being as I saw so bit more 24 hours, only 16 hours better. Now the 12 hours in production, no team training development on here. You get it? That is why we have proposed that 24-hour economy. Say that there will be a 3-shift system. You get that? With incentives provided by government, companies can work. Imagine construction, school that CSC like General Hospital. Now workers a be about na part to a year to Imre, and to another. Within 1 month, you make Peter Hospital next year.
After that, so
that people will get jobs to do. A man for manager when they eat. Will the economy sleep? No sleeping economy can make a significant impact. I am not surprised. Say taxi drivers, the GPRTUs, the trade unions, Mr. Anthony Alba, on your politician, but he called the 24-hour economy a game changer. Why is it a game changer? It is a game changer because he understood the impact that the 24-hour economy, when well implemented, will reflect the impact on labor and the livelihood of people in the country.
Now,
and from the policy still remain viable, the policy still remain significant. The because of 24-hour economy, say, we are journalists, it was the Unifa. Do you get it? We are market woman, you have your share in it. So truck driver, you have a share in it. All the sectors you operate in, you have a share in it. Such that we will be able to once again, you have to manage now on side and pump show you. Now Mabunwa every Ghana ha etu kwama no ne Debiano, and so betting near sentiment or back to a fee, na Ghana Mabuni Jumaye. I am before about them also about creating Yuma, and you are not creating. At the end of the day, the General Secretary, Ebeka Chen say, there will be jobs and jobs and jobs and jobs. On my important crop from Ghana, a Siena, a BC da. And as we speak, the economy have collapsed, and MPP can never be a sure bet. It will be the biggest mistake to bring Kamobaumia. There will be a second looting brigade led by the Chemafia from Chebi. Never again.
0551744556 yɛbɛfa calls ne kakra ne asɔre na nyompana to aso 0552179180 0552179180 0552174456 ɛhɔ ɛne yɛbɛtumi afa calls right. Hello abani wodin baabi afrɛfiri yɛto nka
all the way from Cantamanto, Ghana. When you was educated, Robert Lamson to come. On no one record 2024, as well as the demonstration. The more be adding again. Last one, Fatima Bubaka, Minister of Information. What the Fatima make now. Fatima make can say, and Fatima make for most video. Fatima make can say, being careful, and But it's a President Mahama, who shares them for, and what you almost say, on bed, yes, what one, the two did the other year too. And the battle, Ghana, man, you know, being an idea to Papa Mahama, being an idea. What would you mind to me? There's so much now. And the other is doing so, and then electricity for you. But even almost the past.
But I say, why about no bonnet toe? Open you didn't baby are free.
Hello, good afternoon.
Who also?
If I'm to cool, listen, if I feel like a joke.
Mind you.
I tell economy, could have seen to meet your workers. Economy being will collapse to meet your workers. A collapse economy cannot cater for the citizen, especially the employed sector. And in Ghana, I mean, just a worker there because I was not in Ghana. Even in IMF, they are still paying workers and doing all those things. And they ain't doing no. General Secretary said, "Mama, buy me a pot to go home over age, man." I say, "I did a boat about Cosima 2 years about what they be a company." I've been never in a confront here or countries be a confront up to now. How much meaning I'm not saying? What is the countries we call recession after now? Yes, every day they are done. It's having a problem. What is inflation? 150% for Ghana. And now, almost pretty sure with the only Ghana, this is 7 years old. Almost 27 years. And the quality be here, and Kaumu year. Because 11 wasted years, you have a show more. I could not move you. Some war. Professor Hall book, no, some cabinet meeting. And now, yet the runners were toy aeroplane, did you grow or cabinet meeting? I will book no. Into antecedents, some no Mamma Ghana, and yet Nanaku for the name about me.
Yeah, that's it. Can you deliver baby are free?
Hello.
Who also?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, also.
Yo, I'm Aliba Michian. Why? Namian Kessie. Actually, I knew me about Okukujana, Okunia, you, Mammy Nekasai. That papa be a statica. But it's a fortune and a mobile and Kabe Ghana. Now, Otiwa, on CNE, no culture and editing to and a deep problem. A ban my Ghana, Sassing, or Ghana market center. One Kuma Brand Moja, Ghana. Ye be said that in my embrace, Chenko Mugulo, the one who told you, I bet not see you all Kasa. The Maya Mukasa schooling, being Bissau. Uncle School, almost you are the fire in the one, almost you are the one who Mukasapana. Why now about tax your mamma, not just your mamma tax you wife. Your mamma will bear my back. And when they are Muyadia and Uncle Bisa, before not, and any 3 days, Nami buy it. We entity for promising buy with your good enough for my break.
Yeah, that's it. Why? 0551744556 0552179180. And so, open you didn't baby are free. Hello. But also mean to you why? No way, you know why? Fast. Now, obey me about to be 0551744556. Hello. Hello.
Hot 93.9.
Hello. Oba yeto nka onemum baby ogina no na afi mo ania no watimi abaso ntem. Why? Oba ni udini baby afrefi.
Hello.
Udini baby afrefi me ntio.
Yeah, your friend Thomas Mkasefri man kesi.
Tom ntio.
Manumbo NDC na abaso. Na MPP for so na mo sa so petumi. I don't know when you believe to me, sir. What see a man, your jeopardy, a man, baby, a man, no, still now, most answer to me, I don't to me more than yet. So much answer to me, my moon paja, Malcolm, and send another Wakunya, or the Chimalqua, Bonti, on Pajano from Conca, to see the Pani demo, when we are seeing the stay in our park or Digu, Uncle Uncle as well, or when we hear no, Ghana for your MPP, BB, who are that.
Afra, why? 0551744556 0552179180 lines name you know as a back on the moye den kakra de beto tisimo na afi yetimi no wedding komo wa gina so din ba bia free
93.9 Hot 93.9
Can you also mean to why?
Hello.
We didn't ba bia free
I say mama Esther. Catch MPP ni na on say abrewo. Ya brewo no muja mama. This year mama na eko o ma sisi yen abo ma ni so to omudaso convince yes that convince ye be emwa into omukoda na mama ambra na ehun toy say mama buy me ehun say ni tipa into omukoda.
Yeah, that's why. I was for another the best year. I don't see maybe you will be able to be transferred. Yes, I did.
Yeah, they say Dr. Mahmoud Baubia.
Yeah.
And I told Namagana for. Said your ma told the dada no. Omunkoswa Mwabwa. Omuvotes na non train. Now for Monsanton Triaka. December 7th.
That's it. Amaliba.
The American chat to in say bringing Kramu Baumia will be the continuation of the Che Mafia. And besides that, no,
3.9.
It will be the extension of the LGBTQI. Tumu. Anti-Kramonia or no say or no chipriku.
I'm saying for Yapon, yeah, the Nedi University.
Moi, Omoya Kudun Kanche Ghana for say, Omoya over 30 billion.
Amaliba Yapon,
COVID Sika, Yate, Omuwa Contact.
Hot 93.9 FM, so Biom Jumedia, so now it's Sidi Hochame, Media Joe Swansa, Haruna Maliba and this Sidima Perio Bekai, Hosanso so. And Edward this year, see, it didn't near Kai Hoopa or MPP name a period before then. Now convener the more public and as aggrieved public sector workers. I also be exposed the road I cause with GMPC area or media so. Medina Joshua and Fanny in Insia. Nami had much na Insia. Nemo me koso akaibo MPP Amanyo Kodum Penny Fonina say Professor Christopher Amia Kofi. Bese Bosumi Nusuni, any Jato ni fie shene drebe wa Blue East Regional Capital Techiman na neba Eshefio Jada Shinu Kuru. Yami Aduma Deska Saturday on Bayene. A jam phone could jam why. Japon.